knowing which to throw when, a lot of times that's a process of elimination. It can come down to the elements. Is it an overcast day? Is it a windy day? Is it a calm day? You know, is the water dirty, milky, or is it real clear? What's the temperature of the water? What's the temperature of the air? There's a lot of variables to consider when you're choosing, you know, search baits or baits that move quickly through the water column. Species can also matter. Smallmouth, spotted bass, largemouth, they all react a little bit differently to lures. Sometimes they're aggressive, most times they're not, especially largemouth, especially Florida strain largemouth. They're probably the most difficult to fool when they're not in the mood. So, you know, I'm gonna talk briefly about each category. We'll start top to bottom. Buzzbaits cover a lot of water. They scratch the surface, and they have the ability to pull fish to the surface. Generally speaking, you're fishing fairly shallow, or if you're fishing deeper, there's usually some kind of cover involved, whether it's standing timber or maybe submerged grass beds that reach close to the surface. There we go. Stay on. Stay on. Please stay on. God, it's a big old fish. All right, baby, we're in. We're in. We're in. That's why you throw buzzbait. Call a lot of little fish. Buzzbaits give you the ability, they're very visual. They give you the ability to cover water laterally and quickly. I like a clacker for certain situations. Clackers make a lot more noise than a squealer type buzzbait. When I say clacker, I'm talking about a buzzbait where the blade strikes some part of the frame and creates that clacking sound that you're probably familiar with. Squeakers, on the other hand, they have a rivet or some device that makes the blade squeak rather than clack. They're usually a slower retrieve lure, and can be equally effective, sometimes more so. It just depends on the mood of the fish or the type of habitat you're throwing them in. Again, I like a clacker style buzzbait when I'm trying to pull fish from a greater distance or out of dense cover. I like a squealer when maybe it's a calmer situation or there's sparser cover, less cover. And both of them can cover a lot of water quickly, but generally speaking, the clacker's quicker. Okay, when I'm not catching them with a clacking or a squealing type buzzbait, probably the next choice would be a spinnerbait. Spinnerbaits can be fished right below the surface. They can, you can turn the surface with the blades, or you can slow them down, but you're still essentially covering water as quickly and as efficiently as possible. I like a spinnerbait because it comes through cover well. It comes through grass really well, lay down trees, lily pads, all kinds of vegetation, whether it's emergent or submerged. Spinnerbaits also give you flash and vibration. And those are two critical things when you're trying to attract bass to the lure. If visibility is not good, you might vary your blade color. I'll go with gold or sometimes even a darker copper color if it's a dark, overcast day, lots of rain. But if I got a lot of sun, I'm usually throwing silver or a combination of silver and gold.